Voters in Ohio and Iowa, listen up, because today you are going to get a message from Bruce. The Grammy and Oscar-winning superstar Bruce Springsteen is joining the effort to help get out the vote for President Obama. And the boss isn't the only musician hitting the campaign trail. Kid Rock is declaring his support for the Romney-Ryan team and introduced vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan, saying the Republican ticket shares his vision for the country. Joining me now is CNN contributor and Democratic strategist Hillary Rosen and Republican strategist Ron Bonjean. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hey, Carol. Hey, Ron.
Good morning to both of you. Okay, so I'd like to talk about this celebrity thing in the context of undecided voters, because they're the voters that candidates are really fighting for right now. Does Bruce Springsteen sway the mind, sway the desire of an undecided voter, Hillary?
You know, first of all, I have to say I'm a huge fan of Kid Rock too, so I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing Richie here, but here's what I think a Bruce Springsteen concert in Ohio does. It's essentially a huge get out the vote rally. It's not necessarily going to say, all right, I'm a boss fan, so if Bruce is for President Obama, I'm going to be. What it is at a time when voter turnout is going to mean everything in states like Ohio. Bruce Springsteen energizes the vote. That's what it is. I don't think he expects to convert a lot of people, but I do think he expects to double down on how important it is to stay engaged.
Well, there seems to be this contest between Democrats and Republicans to get the best celebrity, Ron. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, well, you know, I tell you, if these things worked, you know, these celebrity appearances worked, you know, the politicians would be using them all the time. But I think this is more of a pep rally. You know, more people who are fans of Bruce Springsteen are just going to go to see Bruce Springsteen. What the campaign is counting on is that the slices of them will go out and vote. But, you know, I'm not sure about that. You know, I'm a Bruce Springsteen fan myself. I'm going to see him in Charlottesville next Tuesday. So, you know, if I was in Ohio, and I might stop by just to see him sing. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go vote for him as a Republican.
Really?
You know, let's just say one thing that kind of Springsteen and many, he's got some street cred with the working man. So, you know, there is a natural affinity, and I think it's pretty clear that sort of on the celebrity factor, it matches the youth support for President Obama. So that, you know, we've seen across the board a huge amount of celebrities who are youth focused, you know, are Obama supporters.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Okay, I want to get inside the mind of the undecided voter. I mean, you're a Republican strategist, Ron. So as a Republican strategist, what do you need to say? I mean, first of all, explain what's in the mind of an undecided voter, because in such partisan times, you would think that everybody would have their mind made up.
Well, I think independent voters are looking for a plan for the future on where this, because they're upset about where this country is going. And Mitt Romney is doing that. He, you know, keep hearing about his 5-point plan to turn the country around. And in eight different polls, he's leading independent voters 49 to 37%, likely independent voters. And so that says to me this 5-point plan that he's getting out there is working, while President Obama has been trying to switch up his strategy. Instead of, you know, his ads going after Mitt Romney now, he's trying to increase his likability and show people what he's done over the last 4 years, because he's not done a good job defending himself or laying out a plan for the future.
So you get inside the mind of an undecided voter by what? Offering specifics? I mean,
by being the man with a plan.
By being a man with a plan. So, Hillary, why don't you, one voter told me she's exhausted. She was exhausted after the debate because of it was
so aggressive. It's such a great question, Carol, because I think everybody is trying to figure that out. And, you know, no disrespect to Ron, but I think what he just said is kind of Washington consultant talk, which I'm guilty of sometimes myself. But I'm in Florida right now, and I will tell you, sitting here in Florida for the last 2 days, you know, I've been doing the campaign events, etc., watching these TV ads, there is absolutely no way an undecided voter can look at what's going on and look at the campaign communications from either campaign and actually discern facts, because there is so much noise. And so I think what it's going to come down to for an undecided voter who hopefully will make a decision to go to the polls as opposed to stay home is, who do you think is going to be on your side? Who do you trust? It's going to be much more visceral. Who's speaking kind of the language that you can relate to? And I think when it's women in particular, it's going to be President Obama because he's more forward-looking and not trying to relitigate the old issues that women have fought for years. And I think the one final piece is not just what the candidates are saying, but what people in your own personal life are saying who've already made up their minds, who may have looked more into the issues. You know, voting is a lot like kind of making a donation or going to a church. It's what's your community of trusted people saying about what you ought to do. I think that peer stuff means so much.
And along the same lines, like I was talking to one of my team members, and she said, you know what, I don't really believe there are that many undecided voters out there. I think they're just afraid to express who they're going to vote for because of these partisan times. Have you seen that among voters, Ron?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, it's interesting because before the first debate, Mitt Romney was really behind, and we thought, well, gosh, all these voters are in Barack Obama's camp. But you saw people are willing to switch immediately because they're looking for plans for the future, and that's why Mitt Romney in the first debate did so well. These are shifting sands. You know, these independent voters are looking for someone to lead them. They're looking for a plan, and that's why I keep saying Mitt Romney, by laying that out in that 5-point plan, has been extremely useful for him to punch through all the rhetoric and all the divisive talk. By having a forward vision and keep talking about it and forcing the president to try to debunk it, he's taking the lead. And if you're an independent voter, I think that does have an effect.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Ron Bonjean, Hillary Rosen, thanks so much for the discussion this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, take care.
From politics to showbiz, a Disney first, a new princess who's Latina. Although Disney isn't planning on mentioning that.
Bye, Jade. Bye, Ruby.
Once upon a time, in the kingdom of enchantment,